Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Dawncaster, the RPG card venture, which it's a roguelike deck builder, but it was a roguelike deck builder that actually came out on mobile platforms, and I played it extensively a couple years, specifically at the suggestion of Chimeric, the developer of Nova Drift, who I talk to occasionally. I was like, yeah, check this out, it's really good. And so I did, and I enjoyed it a lot, but I never covered it because it's a mobile game. Well, it's not a mobile game anymore. You can now buy it on Steam. I think it's free? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, no. You can buy Dawncaster as its own thing, but I'm not sure how much it costs. The full version of the game with all of its expansion packs, all 6 of them, is $20, which I think is a fair price for what it is. I love this game. I just do not know how much the base game costs. Anyway, we're just going to dive into a regular run. We have a little bit on the Arcanist. Oh boy, there's a lot of different characters. I think you can do other things too, but yeah, we'll just start Arcanist and go from there. I think the runs run a little long, so I don't know how long I'm going to go for. Ooh, we have alternative portraits too. None of these actually matter. It's, I think, mostly just personal flavor. Anyway, let's go with Old Man. So we can do... we have a different starting weapon. I've got Force Wand, do 2 damage, gain 2 chain. Chain increases the damage of the next action by 1 per stack. Chain fades if a played card did not increase chain. Or Winter Spring, 2 damage, flow. Triggers when played after playing at least the indicated number of cards during the turn. So attack again, inflict frozen for every hit. So let's go for that and see what we can do. And we have to unlock other things. Boy, there's a lot of starting options. Yeah, so I can't start with Frost Block, so I guess we're starting with this one. Deal damage equal to your chain. If you have 5 or more chain, inflict 2 shock chain. I was really hoping the ice move would give this to me. So in that case, let's just go for all Force Wand and make it work. Dawncaster has hundreds of cards. We started with a limited selection to help you find synergies and learn the game. Tap here to enable more card sets when you're ready for more variety. Oh, that's nice. Meta Progress. Contains 0 cards keywords. Okay. A Metamorphosis. That's for shifting. Infinitum Catalyst. Yeah, so lucky coins, attune, clones, stances, equipment, title, codes, and darkness. Synthesis. We're looking for anything that has chain. My assumption is pretty much none. Okay, so we're just sticking with this. Select next. And then normal difficulty. Start game. Let's see how it goes. So that took a little bit to get in. There's a lot more settings than I remember. Anyway, Canto 1, Weeping Woods. The Weeping Woods create a natural border between the Shattered Realms and demon-infested Umbris. Gilded Summons. 2 weeks after the invasion of Umbris, a series of pamphlets started appearing all over the Shattered Realms. The richly decorated paper invites all adventurers in search of fame, fortune, or absolution to report to the Bright Castle Fortress and gain glorious join glorious battle against Umbris. Your damp cloak hangs heavily over your shoulders, burdened by the rain that followed you on your long journey to the Borderlands. In the dark distance, a flickering light steps out onto the muddy road. Hail, stranger, state your intentions. A voice calls to you as the light of his torch reveals the weathered face of a paladin of the Vigil. I'm here to answer the summons. The paladin nods. I thought you might be. I pray you know what you're up against, Arcanist. The journey to Umbris is as treacherous as the demons that infest these lands. I can handle it. Very well, Arcanist. The paladin hands you a small pouch. Consider this an advance on the summons. Now head to the Bright Castle beyond these woods. Report to Council Evelyn. She will have the rest of your pay and your assignment. May the light guide you. Okay, so we can do Shrine. We can do a fight, or we can get some treasure. I think we want to do treasure first. I think we keep the other options later. Path is blocked by a large fallen tree with dense bushes flanking on both sides. Go around. As you start to move around the tree, you hear angry snorting behind you. Near the roots of the fallen tree stands a massive boar. It growls angrily at you before charging in your direction. What? Oh. Guess we don't get the... Okay. I'm gonna just turn the sound effects down. That, like, swing was just a little loud. So what else do we have? Screen shake. I'm gonna turn that off. Speech speed. I'm just gonna put that up to 100. What else do we have? Use cosmetic card art. I think that's pretty much everything. Okay, so I have 2 energy to use abilities. I don't remember. I think these are free. So deal damage equal to your chain if you have 5 or more chain. So I think if it has the gray, I can just... It's either a universal mana count or... Yeah, I don't remember. Okay, so gray counts as universal. Blue has to use blue. Problem is... Okay, melee attack or a hex. Or both? Not sure. Well... If you have 5 or more chain, inflict shocked. And then I don't think I have a weapon ability or anything like that, so we will just stop, see how much damage it does to me. 1 to 3 damage, that's not bad. And gains anger, so it gets stronger. Now, I don't keep my chain, do I? Focus. When you foretell, reveal 1 more card for every 3 stacks. At the start of the round, draw 1 card for every X number of stacks. Can't really do too much about it. And yeah, he's just going to do more damage. So there's not much I can do there. So Surge of Intellect, and then we can do block, and then just force 1 a bunch of times. Okay, so I can add any of these to my lineup if I want to. Conjure a random lightning card for each point of your focus. Conjure a magic action if you have focus. Conjure an additional one, or gain 1 focus, deal damage equal to twice your focus, but this costs energy. I don't really want to add too many things to my deck, though these are kind of nice. I don't remember what Conjure does, is the tricky part. Yeah, the question is, does Conjuring pull it from my deck? One way or another, I think I'll pass. None of those are amazing. So Brief Respite, go for the Raven, which might just be an automatic fight. Let's go for another opportunity. Skeleton in highly oxidized yet impressive armor sits against a nearby stone. As you walk past, an ivory hand extends, suddenly grasps at your weapon. Please! A hollow howl escapes from the undead's broken jaw. Sure, we can get rid of a Force Wand. We want to get rid of most of them anyway. The skeleton gasps as it slinks back, cradling the simple weapon before its lifeless body stops moving once more. Okay. Now this one's tougher. Might be worth going for a tougher enemy, we will see. I also have a bunch of these. Oh, skip rewards. This is just tutorial stuff. Combat history, spending energy, and weapon power. So your weapon power can help you survive even the toughest battles. Press the weapon bottom in the lower right corner to use it. Okay, but only if I actually have it, which I currently don't. Okay, well, this is not particularly amazing, so we'll just hit it once. Oh, does it cause bleeding? Thorns, whenever you take damage, inflict bleeding. I mean, I might as well use all of them. Unfortunately, I'm going to bleed a bunch. And there's not really much I can do about it. At least we can take it out the rest of the way. So Fireball, deal 6 damage, inflict burning equal to half the damage dealt. Firecast, inflict 3 burning, the amount of burning is increased by chain. So that's actually really good if I want to go for a chain build. I kind of like that. And draw 5 damage, draw a card, reduce this card's cost by 1 when you inflict frozen. I don't know, I like chain. I'm going to see if I can go for a harder chain build. So we do have a mid-boss. Yeah, let's go for the Corrupted Tusk Boar. Now, obviously I'm not particularly strong here. Yeah, nothing else for it. Auras. Some enemies bestow new abilities on nearby enemies via their aura. So what does he have? Start of turn, gain anger. Creature has extra health. and is on fire. We're gonna have to rest soon. Now, fire does not go down. Oh, that's real good. I think we'll just zap him. Maybe you should have blocked twice. Hard to say. Okay, Surge of Intellect. Force Wand a bunch of times. Oh, I didn't have enough energy. It's fine. Ow. But at least it burns to death. Yeah, that burning is way better than I thought. Now, I don't actually want any of these. I could get another Electro Flare, but we kind of don't want it. I think I'm going to go to the campsite and rest. I could also remove a card. Let's go to the shrine. We do also... Ooh. Traveler approaches on horseback. Let's see what that event is. Man on the back of a horse has clearly seen better days. Starts to gain on you. Greetings, fellow traveler, he answers, slowing his horse to a trot. We'll see, Julius Belthorpe is not the only one who recognizes an opportunity when they see it. Who is Julius Belthorpe? Who is... The man gasps indignantly. Wait, we are the Julius Belthorpe, of course, only the third most earning merchant in all of the Emporium this quarter, my uninformed friend. And with this war just brimming with opportunity. Man pauses dramatically. We can feel our margin growing by the minute. Think of all those soldiers just desperate for our merchandise. Do you have anything for sale? Alas, my eager customer, out of stock. Our stock is waiting for us in Bright Candle, but be sure to visit once you've waded your way through the woods, he adds before lifting his pretentious hat. For now, we bid you a good day, and remember the name Julius Belthorpe should you need any supplies on your no doubt well-intended endeavors. So that was kind of nothing, but okay. I'm gonna keep going for an treasure chest over fights. Help! A sudden, piercing scream cuts through the air. Help me! The voice seems to cry out from behind a large boulder. As you approach, you can see a body partly crushed by the boulder. Help me! You turn around and notice the raven sitting on a nearby branch. Talk to the raven. Raven looks at you with intelligent eyes, a quizzical look on its face. Bond with the raven. Raven seems to realize your intent and joins you as you continue your quest. Adventure! Activate to put any card on top of your deck. Okay, let's see what a shrine gives me. So we can examine the shrine, transform a card, try to read the chaos. So a strange statue stands alone on an otherwise deserted area. It's difficult to determine the number of figures are depicted on the blackened shrine, as faces seem to constantly shift, almost as if they're mocking those who try to find shape in the chaos. Examine the shrine. Allows you to alter a card unpredictably. Some students might even be able to harness the conflicts in interesting ways. Try to read the chaos. You try to focus on the shifting shapes, trying to discern a clear pattern. After a brief moment, both the shrine and card return to their original form, and you feel the infused power at the tips of your fingers. We can do figmented or memorized. Is there like a knowledge base for this? I guess there probably is a wiki, because I think I'd want to know these before I just randomly check. Let's see. What does figmented do? Okay, makes a conjured copy of that card when you play it. Versus memorized. What is memorized? Oh, wait. Okay, so it adds something. I guess let's check memorized. Where do I check keywords? Okay, here we go. Dawncaster. Boy, there's a lot of them. What does memorized do? Always starts at the top of your deck. I think I'm just going to do a random keyword to electrofire. Okay, so now it is a chaining electrofire, which is everything we were kind of hoping for. Now I could go to a campsite and remove. I think I'm going to keep going for opportunities. Create a red potion or a blue potion. What? I don't know. Blue potion. 1 use, draw 3 cards. I'll take it. And then we should probably start going for money. Because we actually do need things. Oh. So we've got TV bosses in the Sunforge. Conjure cards. Reach Kanto 5. Okay, so some of those are outside of my range. Oh, and here's my mana type. So we've got Dexterity, Intellect, and Strength. I don't know. Let's go after an infested direwolf. The main problem is I'm probably going to take some damage fighting these guys, which I'm not the happiest about. I guess I should ward off... Should I ward off some of the damage? I think I should. Yeah, no, if I could get Chain to stick around, or... Ow. If I can get Chain to stick around, or if I can get Chain to... There we go. Chain to stick around, or my defenses to chain. That wouldn't be a bad move. Surge of Intellect, Block, Force Wand, Electro Flare. Not finding Shocking Grasp to be amazingly good. Then I'm going to do the Raven Familiar, just because it's not actually as good as I would have liked. Oh. Okay. Deal 4 damage, Echo. For each card... each turn, this card remains in your hand. Persistent. 3 damage, gain energy if the target is burning. Firecast. Card with Firecast is played and moved to the discard pile whenever it's buried on your turn. I like Gathering Storm. Mainly because I could potentially keep it around in my hand. That would have been a really good one to start with. Most fights are pretty short, though. So I think I'm going to skip. I think we want to stick to this whole chaining business. Do you go for the Raven? Because I could go for the campfire. Like, healing wouldn't be a bad idea. At some point. But I do want to get as much money as I can possibly get. I guess we're just going to set it hard on fire. Yeah, the problem is the Raven just sits in my inventory. Ow. On the flip side, it's almost dead immediately. Oh. We gain experience. Okay. I think I'm going to grab another Electro Flyer. Let's see. Go for the Wild Tusk Boar. Let's go for the Bandit Ambusher. So, right, we can level up in this one. That's why you want to do a bunch of fights. Ow. Activate to put any card in your deck on top. Oh. On top. But I don't draw it. That's slightly unfortunate. And this is gonna hurt. On hit interrupts. Maybe there's channeled moves. So the silly thing is, I think I might actually just tank it. Because the burn's going to take him out without my involvement. Okay, 20 maximum HP. Your healing effects restore 2 additional health during combat or upgrade all magic actions by 1. Whenever you add a magic action to your deck, upgrade it by 1. So that would boost all of my abilities by 1. Upgrade a random card 5 times. One reroll remaining. Benevolent seems good, but I haven't found any healing yet. Wild Infusion seems like it could be fun, but it could kind of mess me up. Yeah, the reason why upgrading each of these by 1 would be kind of nice is mostly just it would make Electroflame even better. Not overwhelmingly, though. Okay, I'm gonna grab Benevolent. We need to find a heal. Combat gain 1 momentum whenever you play a Surge card, upgradable and heavy. It's an artifact. Upgrade improves the card in unusual ways. Heavy. Do not get reshuffled after it reaches 0. But I don't think I have anything that does Surge. I think we just skip. I'm gonna stop at a campfire just to heal. Okay. Let's go after that one. Because the thing is, I can be kind of silly. Ow. With at least some of my build crafting. I can just block and burn. Might have actually been better off doing just the Force Wand, but we'll see. Okay, deal 1 to 7 damage, chain, and then echo. Gain 2 chain, flow, draw a card, charges, chain. I see, so I can only use this so many times. This does more damage. Yeah, I'll go for Twin Lightning. Oh. So we have a boss, presumably? Well, let's fight the Duskboar. We don't want to fight the boss yet. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Obviously, his damage is complete random. But it'll be okay. It'll hit me once. Ow. And I should be able to take it out. Oh yeah, because it only has 2 HP left. There we go. And yeah, I think I could... Oh no, the experience is not based on their health. It's slightly variable. Gain that, bury a card. Double your foe's burning. Bury 2 cards. Sure. Okay, so we have a dead end and a campsite. I'm just gonna heal, then we'll fight the Weeping Mother. I think she doesn't like the fact that I've been killing her spiders. Just a theory. Okay, so I'm gonna take some damage here, but my entire goal is just to get to the point where I'm setting her super on fire. Hopefully I heal between fights. Okay, so what's this? Dazed. When playing a card, decrease dazed by 1. When it reaches 0, gain stunned. Fades at the end of the turn. Okay. Do Raven Familiar. Force Wand, and then more Electrofire. And then put Fan the Flames on top. I need more energy. At least we're both just stacking status effects. Okay. Yeah, not much for it. So let's do Surge of Intellect. That gives me 3. I think I'm going to start with Fan the Flames. Then Force Wand. Then Twin Lightning. Yeah, I got plenty of health, and she is super burning. Now, with the bury 2 cards, it doesn't seem like it... Oh, should have just attacked with the Force Wand. It's fine. It's okay. So what do we want? Deal 3 damage, gain energy if the target's frozen. Bury a card. Swap your deck and discard pile, or this combat gain momentum for each frozen you inflict. Memorized. I don't do frozen, so sadly these are worthless to me. Okay. So we can explore the area more, but it's, yeah. So there's a limited number of cards that we can do. So you can actually fight the boss early. Good to know. Canto 2. Bright Candle was founded by the Radiant Militia as a rallying banner on the border between Loomis and the Darklands of Umbris. Okay, so we got a blacksmith. We've got... Let's talk to Eveline. Another adventurer answering the Gilded Summons. You arrived at a fortuitous time, Arcanist. We could use your assistance in a delicate manner. I'm here to help. Glad to hear it, Arcanist. You arrived none too soon either. Your recruits have been few and far between. Most have not been as fortunate as you seem to have been. What happened to these recruits? Hard to tell. Some whispers of desertion have started circulating recently after one of our more capable officers went missing. Others suspect the inexperience caused them to fall prey to the local wildlife. So yes, our losses outside the battlefield are growing faster than I care to have publicly known, which makes you a good and frankly expendable candidate to investigate this delicate matter. Arcanist, where should I look? Okay. So, patrols stay out of the fortification, so outskirts of Bright Candle. Okay, who are the missing soldiers? Part of our recent reinforcements, recruits like yourself. Okay, I'll investigate. So, let's go to the inn. 20 gold, rest and heal 20%. Ouch. I need cards that heal me, though. Okay, so I can upgrade a card or remove a basic attack. I guess we're just going to upgrade some cards. Does it just increase their damage by 1? I suppose so. Okay. Buy a potion, change a card to equal rarity. One use, cleanse affection. What does regenerate? That's okay. I think I might want to grab just a healing potion. Oh, but these sit in my inventory, don't they? So I think we just leave. As you approach the guards near the gates, they solemnly salute you. Ready to head out so soon, Arcanist? I'm ready. Okay, so we can go to the Masks of... Okay, I'm going to skip the expansion content. We're just going to the Eastern Blight Woods. Dense and thorny woodlands. I'll stick to core for today. We're not going to get too far into this. Unfortunately, this is like a 5-act game, and each is like half an hour. So if you want to see past Acts 2, you'll have to pick the game up yourselves. Luckily, it's really freaking good. So Council Eveline wants you to investigate the disappearance of several recruits. Whispers of desertion have led you to the Blightwoods, a secluded area to the east of Bright Candle. Oh, that's my ability. Oh, god damn it. So I use the ability outside of combat and it heals me. Well, let's go for the Crimson Cannoneer. Okay, so I have no means of doing much. Not a burning increase. I think I'm just going to do these two. Because unfortunately right now I think I'm on the weak side of things. I am. Does not matter. Okay. So oh, did I actually keep my energy between? I might have. So I think I'm going to do Force Wand, Electro Flare, and then Twin Lightning. To just hopefully kill him before he can even hit me. Good stuff. Conjure 2 bandages, charges 1 out of 1. Sure, I'll grab that. Strange marks are carved into the trees around you. Follow the trail. So we have an alchemist. Let's go for the Bloodhound, though. Because yeah, I'm trying to level up. If I can increase my intellect, that'd be lovely. But I'm not so sure how doable these are going to be. There we go. That's about all I got. What is this? Start of your turn, dispel a blessing from your foe. Conjure 2 bandages. Remove all bleeding, persistent. And then... Ah, so the buried cards are the ones that were in my discard. Still worth it. I was just hoping I'd be able to choose. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty strong. In this combat, inflict 1 frozen at the start of your turn. Reduce damage dealt by 1 for each stack of frozen. Decreases by 1 for every action played. And melts away entirely at the end of the turn. Kind of good. But not what I'm going for. Grab a conduit. Okay, we have a Crimson Collector. A talking tree. Let's talk to the tree. Soft squealing breaks the unnatural silence within these woods. As you circle the suspiciously noisy tree, the noises get louder and louder until you see a bound man squirming against the ropes, wrapped around his entire torso, a torso stripped down to its boots and undergarments. Start cutting the ropes. Just as soon as the man is free, he huffs indignantly and picks up a feathered hat at his feet. We thank you kindly, stranger. It appears we were hasty in our decision to take our business to these scoundrels. It will turn out to be their loss, which is good news for you, my friends. As a token of our gratitude, we'll make our services available to you. At a considerable discount, of course. What are you selling? My cards, of course. Only the best ones, we might add. Care to have a look? Show me your collection. So I can buy things. I can't afford too much. Let's see. Cauterize. Gain 4. Remove all of your bleeding, then gain... Okay, so Cauterize it gives me healing. I don't hate it. The only immediate problem is it gives me burn, which hurts. Still, it's healing. At least for now. I don't think we want to grab anything else. There is lightning bolt, but yeah, we don't care about those. We have a blacksmith. Yeah, remove a basic attack, upgrade all your basic attacks. I'm just going to keep upgrading Twin Lightning. Okay, this one has an aura. I mean, let's clear it out. not much for it. Okay, at the end of turn, take 1 damage for each stack of doom. Decreases by 1 for every action played. Let's just make her very on fire. Okay, so this is gonna hurt. However, we have given her, like, oh, the first aid kit is permanent, sort of. Would be nice. That'd only increase the damage by 2. Oh, I can't play that right now. Oh, only the leftmost and the rightmost cards can be played. It's 1 round per stack. Yeah, not particularly amazing. Let's get the Raven out of there. I like the idea of the Raven, I'm just not using it, which is kind of a downer. Well, they hurt. Yeah, not much damage. But they'll burn after their turn. Oh, never mind. They're life draining the heck out of me. That's not fun. But that's okay. So what do we have? Choose a reward. 4 damage, continuity, Conjure Zap, and Power, Conjure Zap Chain. Triggers when played after a card of the same type. Ah. 5 or more energy. So this is Stormbolt's good. Let's go to the shrine. Okay. Carving sculpted from marble of the purest white captures your attention. Its luminescent surface exudes a sense of boundless abundance. Strangely thorned hand gracefully extends, inviting you to accept its offers. Examine the shrine. Allows you to transform a card into a different card of the same color or rarity. Offer a card. I mean, Raven Familiar. I'll take it. I'd like to remove more stuff, but that's okay. So what's this one have? Attacks first. I mean, sure. So what does Interrupt do? Remaining energy. Oh, right, because I can stack stuff. Yeah, not the best. Shrine of Intellect. First Aid. Did I go for the Cauterize? Sure. And then I'll just go for an Electro Flare. Yeah, because I have a lot of healing that I can do. It's not the best, but it's there. Force Wand. Electro Flare. And then Lightning. Did not kill him, got close, he'll burn to death anyway. Can't evade this. You can't evade the fire that you're on, question mark. Okay. Whenever you defeat a boss, gain 50 gold, heal to full health, tempting. Start of turn, conjure a free basic attack. Heal 5% of your max health at the start of combat. Okay, reduce the cooldown of your weapon by 1, which is kind of tempting. Headhunt? I actually really like Headhunter. Let's go for that, because that is going to save me a lot of effort. Bury a card, conjure a copy of that card, and gain energy equal to that card's cost. Or another storm bolt. I think I'm just going to skip them all. Go for the opportunity. Spot a stack of wooden crates, abandoned and unopened. Each dark wood box is branded with the symbol of the Emporium's raven. Black bird with long claws around a pair of scales. How curious, the Emporium's cargo left out here in the middle of nowhere. It must have been meant for us, given that we are the ranking and only representative of the guild out here. How did they get here? By Telexpress, of course. The Emporium's patented teleporting system is far too complicated to explain, even if we didn't sign many NDAs detailing the various gruesome ways in which we'd be dismembered should we break these most sacred contracts. As sophisticated as it may be, it obviously isn't flawless. It ended up sending precious Emporium merchandise in the middle of nowhere. Well, the paperwork alone will take hours, nay days to write. Open them. We must protest these are Emporium goods. If we find out we're involved in opening these crates without the proper paperwork, they'll take it right out of our bi-monthly earnings. Open the crates. You've been poisoned. Merchant stands agape at the revealed cargo. Did we say days of paperwork? Better make that at least a week. This is most unusual. What happened here? We don't know. Best to assume the worst. May have been some clerical error or perhaps some unlicensed stowaways. There's no way to be sure without the shipping manifest. Inspect the corpse. Corpse appears to be male, dressed in poor man's clothes, hands bound by simple chains. Several scratch marks are still visible on the inside of the wooden box. Wood splinters visible, or leaving visible damage on the man's hands and fingers. What about the chains? Does seem curious, almost. No. We won't have it. Probably some unfortunate mix-up, as our report will no doubt uncover. For now, best not to dwell when you say Arcanist. Open the other crates. Trinkets and money and other things. Cool. Most disturbing find, Arcanist. We can't approve of breaking Emporium regulations, but this certainly was unexpected. Okay, let's remember to use my weapon ability, because I need that healing. Okay, so inspect the shrine. Adds reliable to a card. Ignores their ambush, bloodlust, cascade, continuity, flanking, finally. Oh. Ignore their conditions. I feel like Stormbolt. Because hopefully it just can trigger now. Okay. So another trail. I guess let's fight the Crimson Collector since they're here. Okay, I'm poisoned, which is not my favorite. Force 1, Stormbolt, Continuity, Conjurer Zap, Empower, Conjurer Zap. Hold up. How do we trigger Empower again? When you have 5 or more energy. Well, that ain't happening. But Zap gives us a free chain, and then we can hit him with Electro Flare for decent amounts of burning. This obviously is going to hit me, but... Ow. Still feels like it's worth it. Maybe. Okay, let's start by cauterizing. Then do conduit. And then Electro Flare. He stole my money. Surge of Intellect. Bandages. And Force 1 and block. There's not much I can do about it. Ow. Actually, luckily, not so ow. Gain health equals to the foe's bleeding, then remove all bleeding. Good to know. There it goes. Well, we're doing mostly fine. I don't think I want more. So we found the bandits' hideout, but let's leave that for a bit. Because I think that's where it wants me to go. Do a block and then just Electro Flare. Yeah, if we can get any kind of block that adds to my chain, I will be a very happy camper. He has a Potion of Vitality. Also, that bandage card was, like, incredibly valuable. So super happy we picked that one up. Let's see. Oh, we only had 3. Which is more than a little rude. Okay. Conduit. Stormbolt. Zap. And then Twin Lightning. It would have been nice to get Electro Flare in the mix, but not today. I really hope I can increase my intelligence because, boy, I'm feeling limited here. Sadly, I don't really... Well, I mean, I could go for Fan the Flames. My only problem with burying a bunch of cards is that it's just going to empty my hands out. Screw it. Let's do it. More bandit looters. I think I still want to start with the bandages. Do Electro Flare, and then Twin Lightning. Maybe I should have actually done that in reverse. It's fine. Okay, Surge of Intellect. I think I have enough. Cauterize, Fan the Flames. Conduit. And then Stormbolt. And then a Zap. Which isn't amazing, but I'll take it. Yeah, in retrospect, Fan the Flames is fine. These fights just don't last long enough for me to care. Let's see. Increase the number of chain. We don't really have that, alas. Still, we're staying okay health-wise. Between the Cauterize and the medkits, we're actually doing okay. Okay, don't think we want that. I'll go to the Alchemist. Change card to a higher rarity. 35 gold. Sure. What do we want to boost? Frankly, one of these. Flick 2 burning. Then trigger your foe's burning. This combat gain momentum for each frozen or foe gains pacified. Start of your turn, conjure a monster card. What is that? Start of your turn, conjure a monster card. Unique. I think I'm going to do Combust. And then I think I'm just going to start removing the Force Wands. And go from here. Because they're good, but not good enough for me to care about them. Okay, and then to the bandit camp. So you search for the next carving, you become aware of distant sounds to the east. Follow the increasingly muddy trail of footsteps towards a dense part of the forest. The noises soon become clear, the clear sound of laughter and celebration. It looks like you found the hidden encampment. Approach quietly, charge in. Okay, Garvin Greaves. Fashionable hat sets him apart from the other bandits. Okay, so I don't have too much. Surge of Intellect. Block. Conduit, because yeah, we don't need to draw a card. And then a pair of Electro Flares. Oh, that's a good start. Because yeah, if I can start doubling this fire on him, it doesn't matter how much damage I take. Okay, I don't have too much. Now, if I do Twin Lightning, it might give me more. Yeah, so then I do Electro Flare for even more. Because the rest of those would be nice if I could cast them. I guess Cauterize would have been good there. Oh well. Okay, so we have Combust. Do we want to do Combust or do we want to do Fan the Flames? I think I'm going to do Fan the Flames. And then I'm going to Combust. And then I'll just, you know, casually bandage myself up as I watch as he burns to death. Yeah, knowing that burning does not deplete really puts me in a very good position for just torching things. I do like this. Still a blessing from your opponent, though. Grab that. That just seems too good. Leader of the bandit staggers, an incredulous expression on his twisted face slowly changing into a bloody grin. Lucky hit. You don't even know what's really going on here, do you? He pauses, coughing up some more blood as he clutches the clearly lethal wound on his chest. Let him speak. Garvin snarls and watches his bloodied hand before taking another ragged breath. You think there's hope? Well, there is none, Arcanist. Ha! There's something those holier-than-thou paladins aren't telling you about this whole endeavor. But I won't be the one to spoil this. He growls as the red gleam in his eyes starts to dim. The last gurgle gasp marks the demise of the devious bandit. Address the remaining bandits. Their former leader dead, in the mud, the remaining bandits stop their jeering and stare at each other bewilderedly. Fight the bandits back as soldiers. You work for me now. Let the militia sort them out. Back as soldiers. Most bandits look at each other and nod. Some were desperate to get out of a clearly losing situation and happy to accept any mercy now that their leader has fallen. Where to next? Explore the area some more in case there's anything. There is not. And yeah, we got the extra 50 gold and heal to full, which is so nice. Like, there's other perks I would have rather had, but I'll take it. Consul greets you with a courteous nod. You made it back, which means you've already proven yourself more capable than most of the rabble that answered the gilded summons. Report your success. Traitors led by one of my former sergeants, no less. Disgusting. I can stomach those wary of our cause, but to abandon it altogether and surrender to corruption, it's revolting. The council reaches into a drawer on our oaken desk, hands you a pouch. On behalf of the Radiant Militia, I thank you, Arcanist. You've taken care of quite the problem. How's the war progressing? Ah, yes. The council pauses a moment and takes a seat behind her desk, pressing the tips of her fingers against each other as she proceeds. As you might have gathered by now, our war effort against the Onyx Cathedral isn't going as planned. I do like the fact that I can mouse over these for more lore. The demon's resistance has been far stronger than we anticipated. The numbers seem to grow by the hour while ours dwindle away. Who's the Dawnbringer? We call him the Dawnbringer now, but he was once known by his given name, Corellian Soulspear. Kandorian noble, discovered to be the champion by the Order of the Gilded Rose itself. Why are they so important? The Dawnbringer is not just a warrior of the light, he's also our banner, a rallying cry to the men and women of the Radiant Militia, to give them the courage they need to push into the hordes that await us in Umbris. Why isn't the plan working? Hansel looks up and seems to think for a moment before taking a deep breath. Our champion is missing. I'll tell you this because you've earned the truth. Every day, the men and women of the militia grow more anxious as our numbers dwindle. Without our champion, the troops will lose morale. If we can't change the tide, Bright Candle will be overwhelmed within weeks, if not days. Ask about the Gilded Summons. Supposed to give us much needed reinforcements. The Magisters offer a profitable contract to those not enlisted already, but the call is being answered hesitantly, and I fear we may be losing ground soon. Ask about the demons. They're endless. Okay, so what's the plan? The crusade is the plan. Ray gave us a sign, casting their beacon onto these dark lands. It turned it into a rallying cry. A banner the entire Shattered Realms could stand behind, but that's not all. The prophecy foretold she sent us a champion, an avatar of light, carving a path into the abyss of Umbris to reclaim what was lost long ago. Where were they last seen? Okay. We went to the Onyx Cathedral itself. You want me to go find him? Let's see. Okay. Do you think they're still alive? What do I do once I find them? Report back. I'll find the Dawnbringer. Okay. Believe you just might. Cool, and I get even more money. Okay, as for the traitors you brought back, I'm not sure they deserve a second chance, but we can ill afford to turn down what little advantages were offered. Take this extra with my thanks, Arcanist. anything, this is a good sign. First good sign we've seen in quite some time. So now we can go to probably the blacksmith first. Probably just upgrade a card. I'm really happy boosting this one. I wish it would tell me what that did. Unfortunately, I don't know, Shocking Grasp has seemed kind of okay. But I think I just need higher stats. So what does the merchant have? Okay, so he's here. What does he sell? So Bolstered Strike could be either on hit, conjure a free bash, steal a blessing from your opponent, already have that one. Conjure 2 potions to your discard pile. Okay. Oh, that got me some extra stuff, I suppose. So, conjure a copy of a non-unique card in your hand. Remove bleeding. Unfortunately, none of these seem particularly exciting. At least not for what I'm planning on doing. Go to the inn? Well, I don't need to heal. It's open for more than that. Okay. So then, Noxlight Swamp. What I want is a blacksmith that I can keep forging at and keep dumping my money. But alas, Trail of the Champion, the mysterious Noxlight Swamp, is mired in a thick, impenetrable fog. Many soldiers and adventurers alike have tried to find their way through these dense and dangerous grounds, yet none have returned with clues of the champion's whereabouts. Yeah, so... Oh, more visitors? Can't I just be left alone? So one thing I really dig about this game is the fact that all of these story beats, like talking to the characters and whatnot, are persistent. So now that I've unlocked the merchant, he's just there automatically. It's small, but it makes for a more, I don't know, interesting experience for me. Can't really do too much with this. It does no damage. I guess I could have done that beforehand because that would have chained 1. Ow. Do we do first aid? I think we do first aid first, then conduit, then twin lightning. For a little bit of damage. But yeah, I like the fact that there's kind of a persistence to it. It reminds me a lot of Knock on the Coffin Lid of, okay, which of these are blessings? That's an enchantment. How do I know what a blessing is? I don't know if I would know. So I think I'm just going to set him on fire. I'm going to just finish him off faster. Helps because fire just goes straight through block. Oh, that's interesting. It just auto-killed him. Didn't know that was a thing that could happen. Conjure a free lightning bolt card at the start of your turn. The problem is lightning bolts cost... Oh, wait, no. A free lightning bolt card. So that's real good. Grab a torn cloth. Spot a piece of cloth hanging from the gnarled trees. Strangely illuminated amidst the dense swamp fog, gathered by a gathering of dancing lights who seem to study the object with some interest. As you approach, the lights turn into an angry buzz. Like a swarm of hornets, they attack. And I'll fully admit I haven't actually played enough of this game's narrative to, like, really have a full understanding of, like, where the story goes. Just haven't played it enough. Don't know. So, 2 poison at the start of combat. Increases by 1 every combat. Resets whenever you visit a campfire. Oh. That's the special effect of this area. Speaking of... Okay, so weapon cooldown. Upgrade actions. Dead ends, and equipment. Okay. Intellect, what is this one? End of your turn, 2 damage for every card remaining in your hand. I say rude, but not really a problem. Let's see. Oh, brain pain. Did I read that as brain pan? Probably. Surge of intellect. Okay. So I think I'm actually gonna only use one of the 2 electrofires. Oh, because this guy's also almost toast. Oh, they also do chain. Oh. Does it heal to full? Oh. Heal and lose some max health. Gotcha. Well, not much I can do about it. Didn't insta-give him this time. Unfortunate. This is just stacking endless brain pain on me. Hard to say. Doesn't matter. Got toasted. Do we level up? We do. I do like those first aid kits. As you're ready to strike your final blow, the wisps disperse and scatter through the marsh. We tell, master, we tell! Gold white cloth leaves little room for doubt. The champion's party must have gone through this part of the swamp. Let's go to a shrine again. Inspect a shrine. Adds reliable to a card. Ah. So they ignore... I thought I put reliable on Stormbolt. Ambush Bloodlust, Cascade Continuity. Okay, so Flanking Flow and Frenzy are always met. You know, I'll put it on Conduit. Just because. Oh, we get a blacksmith. Upgrade a card. Let's see, Wandering Slime, some other things, but I think for now, I'm going to leave it here. I could keep going, I could even beat the next boss, we'd probably be fine, but it's going to take us... do we want to beat one more boss? It's tempting. I love this game. Like, that's the one problem I have with so many roguelike... Well, not roguelike deck builders. Well, roguelike deck builders, but games that I actually play on my own free time is like, oh man, I could actually just play this for the next couple hours. However, it's really cold in my office right now. I'm right next to the window and I need to bundle up. And so I think I'm going to leave it here and more or less say that Dawncaster is out now on Steam. It's $20 for the full complete edition. There are a couple of tie-in DLCs, but they're all support packs, just extra visuals and nothing more. And so genuinely, if you love roguelike deck builders, if you love kind of card-based adventure RPGs, or if just this game looked neat to you, seriously, go pick it up. It is super worth it. And if you want to, you can also just pick it up on your mobile device, iOS and Android, as it is fully functional there and very fun. I think it's a little bit better on iPad, just because it felt a little small on my phone. It's still very playable, but I definitely was like, I don't know, my hands just feel cramped whenever I play mobile games. And like, obviously, the UI for this game is still extremely vertical. I just don't mind that much. It looks gorgeous. They extended everything to make it look really good at widescreen. Maybe it was always good at widescreen and they've just ported it over almost one for one. I don't know how many changes needed to be made. But I like it. I am looking forward to seeing where this goes on my own playthroughs. Because yeah, I think I'm going to put some more time into this game off camera. But I guess for now at least, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, it helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.